Alrighty, we have a full moon coming up here on February 1st in Leo. It looks to be around 9 degrees Leo. That's in opposition to the sun in Aquarius, and the sun in Aquarius will be at 12 degrees. So those are really close degrees in opposition. And then we have Mercury also in Aquarius at 20 degrees, Venus at 19 degrees Aquarius, Mars at 7 degrees Aquarius, and then we have Pluto at 3 degrees Aquarius. And all that Aquarius energy is in the 8th house. The 8th house represents integration, transformation, endings, death. That the natural ruler of the 8th house is Scorpio. And of course, Scorpio is all about secrets and hidden agendas and hidden emotional pain and trauma. So the secrets can be quite deep, and when they're in the 8th house. And this is in Aquarius. So Aquarius is now in the 8th house, which is about the transformation of all of that energy. So we're going to have a lot of push and pull between Leo, which is pretty showy and likes to be dynamic and set a presence when they walk into the room. Leo is a very dynamic sign. And because it's in opposition to Aquarius, that Aquarius energy is a lot more quiet, behind the scenes, driven, focused. And so it's not conducive to the Leo energy, which is social and wants to be loved by everybody, wants to be the center of attention. Aquarius is really the opposite of that. So what this means for me is that you may be faced with a decision to speak your truth without fear and worry about what others may think or how it may come across or how it may appear. You may be at a crossroads in a situation with someone, and you can't skirt the issue any longer. You're going to have to speak out, because that's the only way to transform and have a transition through whatever it is you're trying to work through. If you're trying to work through something and you keep pushing it away and you keep putting it on the back burner, it doesn't go away. In fact, the energy may build and build and build. And when it does come to a climax and it comes bursting out, the effect may be very devastating, because that's not how you wanted the information to come out in such a caustic or negative way. So you may be faced with having to speak the truth about something, and you just have to do it. You can speak your truth with love, and then maybe a transition will happen because of that. You'll transform the situation from just being really difficult and uncomfortable. You may turn the whole situation around, and because you took the initiative to speak out regarding what it is you're trying to speak out on the big arena out in the field of politics and world news and media. I think you're going to see a push and pull there as well. And I do believe that things are going to come out in the open that have been trying to stay hidden and secret, and they're just going to explode on the scene by the time we have the eclipse. So you have to be prepared for that. And I would say that instead of trying to work against the transformations that are happening, you should probably lean into the energy and see where it takes you, because through an uncomfortable transformation may be a very positive outcome on the other side that you wouldn't have gotten to if you just kept resisting. So resisting does not help things go away. It just makes it build up and build up to the point where the energy will explode like a balloon. That's the best way to describe this energy we're in. It's a coming to a head. All this information, all the spinning and rotating and avoiding, like you're seeing in the media of things, it's going to come to a head. It's going to come out in an explosive way. So I think that you have to be prepared for that on the big scale, but also in your private life as well, and what it is that you do in your day to day. Aquarius energy in the eighth house is pushing transformation, whether you embody it, embrace it, or not. So, if you work against it, you just make it harder for yourself. So it's best to lean into the transits and see what's possible. And there may be some things opening up if you're willing to put on the boots and muck your way through. So just know that you can't go back, you can't avoid, you have to go through it. And sometimes going through the hardship gets you to the exact place you need to be in order to have another level and a better outcome, I think, can happen because you're willing to go through it. So the things in the closet are being exposed, and they just can't hide any longer. They just really can't. So it's kind of like you having a closet full of stuff that is so outdated that even if you did put on those clothes and go outside and go to a job interview, you would probably not be looked upon with favor because it looks as though you're way behind the times and you're just not up to the current style. And not that that's everything, but I'm just using that as an analogy. So it's not even retro; it's just out of date thing. So it's time to maybe clean out the closet, get some new stuff, maybe go and have your hair done, do something different. But as far as the current events go, very few people are really drinking the Kool-Aid anymore. It's causing a disruption all over the place. And that disruptive energy is in the field. So you're going to feel it whether you are participating in it or not. But when you're not participating in it and you're just watching, be the silent watcher and see how things unfold, you can keep your emotions out of it. But people are starting to come out from behind the peeping curtains and really looking at things. So you will see. Also, I'm going to say that there may be some surprises, and there could be some shocking surprises when the wizard behind the curtain is revealed. I think that is really on the menu for this coming month. And that doesn't mean, I'm not talking about just in politics, I'm talking about in every aspect. When you find out who's really pulling the strings, whether it be in your job, whether it be in your relationship, or whether it be in your family, when you finally see who's behind that curtain. And a lot of times the what's behind that curtain is a very fearful person or thing that just can't cope with the reality of the day-to-day. So being behind the curtain and projecting themselves as a bigger person, and then you find out that they're really just a small person after all. This is probably going to be a rough transformation for many, but it'll be worth it in hindsight. I do believe that. And all that altruistic energy that is coming in through Aquarius is bringing forth just how bad it really is. And that's on every level, out in media, politics, and just in general. But that Aquarius energy is going to show just how bad things really have gotten, and how much things have been swept under the carpet and smoothed and slicked over and pretended as though it were not so. You just can't pretend anymore. And that's what is coming forth. And the line between just as bad and just as good is narrowing. Okay. Um, yeah, there's a thin line between those two, and the gap is closing. And that means a merge is inevitable. And just as you um, believe the split occurs, the merge takes over and the sides come together. So it's going to happen with or without you. And it's better to just, in my opinion, what I would try to do and what I like to do is I like to just ride the waves and see where it takes me, because it might take me somewhere where I would not have thought about going. And that's having trust and faith that that you'll stay afloat, and you will stay afloat. So don't be shocked by all the things outside of you that you're not going to be able to control. There's going to be a lot of things you can't control coming up here in the full moon leading up to the eclipse. So the full moon in Leo is in opposition to Aquarius sun. That's in the second house. So that's going to highlight money and self-worth and how you equate yourself. So if you've always been the kind that you have to have the best of everything in order to present yourself as, worthy to the neighbors, to your boss, to your friends, to your lover, whoever, you're going to probably end up having to step out of that, because you're going to have to really define what your self-worth is. And it may not have anything to do with money, and most likely will not. So you're going to be tested there. A lot of people, especially with Leo in some of the crucial points like Sun Leo, rising Sun Leo, so, you might find yourself being tested there, and you'll have to define your worth and what you think you're worth. And it has nothing to do with money or how the Joneses look at you or how you appear on the physical. It's about the spiritual. And we know Leo does like to be loved and fawned over. And like a faded movie star, sometimes will try to revive its beauty just at any cost. So that's what I'm saying. Some things are just not worth what you're going to pay in the end. So the spiritual aspect here is what really showcases the beauty and the energy of Leo, which is ruled by the heart. So I think that beauty comes from within, and you're going to have to find that within yourself within this time, because faded looks, are devastating for some, and sometimes you just have to deal with that. As when you start to age, you have to look at things differently. The opposition of sun and full moon certainly will test in how you value yourself and the deeds you do in life as well. You may have to go back and really look at what you've been doing in these last 6 months. And did it really mean what you thought it meant? Or did it mean anything? Did it get you anywhere? Did it get you new friends that really mean anything to you? So it's just about reflection for sure. There's some hard spiritual lessons to be learned during this time. And if you continue living in the mundane without thinking of others, well, the process of getting to the final destination of where you're trying to go might be put on hold. So I think that this is a very spiritual time and reflecting, and I think there's a lot of secrets and things that are going to come out and be revealed. And I think it'll be on the grand scale, politically, in the world, and also in your personal life. So be prepared for secrets. Some of them might be shocking. Some of them might be revealing things that you kind of felt you thought you already felt, but you weren't quite sure. So just know that maybe you should trust your intuition when you feel those things. But yeah, that about sums it up. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and let's get ready for the next phase. I'm kind of excited myself. I'm ready for all this shit to hit the fan and see where we go. I'm kind of tired of it. So maybe you are too. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful evening. I love you all so very much. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section. Thank you for listening.